Hello, hello. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. Hello, everybody. Hello, VanHackers. Are you there? Can you hear me? Welcome to another VanHack webinar. It's super excited to be here for I don't know how many times we've done of these, maybe close to 100 already. But anyway, I just want to make sure everyone can hear me. Hey, Fred, good to see you. Hey, Alexander, good to see you. Hey, Alexander from Krasnoyarsk, right? Good to see you here. Awesome. Cool. Ashraf, what's up? Hey, Felipe. Hey, Alex. A bunch of Alexes. Hey, Richard. Hey, everybody. Okay. So, yeah, Alexander, I guess I'll see you in Ottawa soon, right? So you're coming to Leap Ottawa, which is awesome. So hopefully we'll see each other. Actually, I don't think I'll be there, but hopefully you get hired and we'll see each other when I go there next time. Hi, Rafael. Hey, Juliano. Hey, Thiago. Hey, everybody. So we're just going to wait for Juan. Whoa, cool, Ghana. That's awesome. So really, thanks everyone for being here. I appreciate it. I hope you're going to get a lot of value from this hour we're going to spend together. I can share a lot of information. Hopefully it leads to you getting hired abroad and helps you to reach your goals. Hey, we have Scarlett here from the VanHack team joining us as well. So just going to wait, let her join. Hey, can you hear me, Scarlett? What's up, Onochi? Hello from Nigeria. Awesome. Nigeria, a lot of VanHackers recently from Nigeria. Great place. So guys, let's get into it. We have a lot to cover, and I just want to make sure that everyone gets their questions answered and understands exactly what is VanHack Leap. So who here, just before we start, who here thinks they know what VanHack Leap is? Is it pretty clear? I'd actually love to hear from you how we're doing and explaining what is VanHack Leap. Hey, Scarlett. Hey, good to see you.
Hey, how are you?
Good. Awesome. Great. So yeah, so just was saying, like, have you guys seen VanHack Leap before? Yes, Onochi, we are on. This is live. If you guys comment, we can see it. So everyone, actually, let's just, Scarlett's here, so let me introduce Scarlett. So Scarlett is actually the recruiter responsible for VanHack Leap. She's been with our team for almost a year now and has helped a lot of VanHackers get hired, right, in the last few months especially. So yeah, Scarlett, maybe you could quickly introduce yourself and then we can go into the presentation and answer people's questions.
Okay. Yeah, well, hello, my name is Scarlett Wood. Yeah, as Ilya said, about like a little less than a year, but well, I've been focusing my recruiting efforts in the LEAP events and also Sao Paulo mission. I give some support there, and yeah, well, always online in Slack. If you have any questions about the events, especially LEAP, well, you can contact me, and yeah, pleasure to meet you all.
Cool, thanks, Scarlett. Awesome. Okay, so yeah, imagine you were able to go to the city of your dreams. First off, actually, everyone wants to relocate here. Everyone here wants to get a job abroad, either in Canada or in Europe, right? So we're here talking to help developers from around the world that want to move to new cities. And we know that a big challenge for you is actually making that connection between yourself and that company. And sometimes it's not so easy when you're on the other side of the world. There's time zones, there's Wi-Fi issues, there's just a lot of different things that you can't get from when you're on a virtual call to when you're in person on an interview. And so what we found at VanHack is we want to bring you to the city you want to move to, actually help you cover your expenses, help you with $500 of your cost, and fly you to that city. So you can actually get to know what it's like to spend a week there or spend some time there, really understand the city, meet the company you might work at in the future, go to their office, and get hired. So we've done this event, I think, 3 or 4 times now, and every time it gets better. We have better results, and really seeing it's one of the key ways for VanHackers to get hired. So I've made a little presentation which I'll go through. In case anyone has any questions, let me just talk for like 10, 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes. Hopefully answers a lot of your questions, and then Scarlett and I can answer your questions in the end or at the end. And Scarlett, if you have anything to add that I missed, like just say, and we can kind of do the presentation together. I'm going to share my screen, everybody. Just before I do, I just want to check in again. Can everyone hear us and see us? Is the audio working? I see Shyam asking if it started. It has started, so hopefully you guys can all see. So you just say yes or it's working or something, so we know we're not by ourselves. Okay, cool, great. Thanks everyone. Thanks Fernando. Thanks Sam. Hi Lucas. Hi everybody. Okay, let's get the show on the road. Okay, so now I'm going to share my screen and just want to make sure you guys can see the screen. Can you see it? Yes. Yes. Oh, it's gonna do the weird thing again with the. I just need to see the chat if you guys can see the screen. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay. Good. So I'm just gonna go through this. I can't see your questions right now, so if you have questions and you're wondering why I'm not answering them, I just can't see. And again, Scarlett, if I miss anything, just let me know. Okay. So we're going to go about what is LEAP, how it works, some success cases, talk about future events, and also if you have any questions, we'll get to that as well. So what is LEAP? LEAP is a 3-day recruiting event which happens in a city where there's a lot of companies that VanHack works with. So cities like Toronto, like Vancouver, like Calgary. We did LEAP in Berlin before. We're going to actually have LEAP in Ottawa and Montreal, and we have many other cities planned where we want VanHackers to relocate to. This is actually a picture here with some of the VanHackers from our first VanHack LEAP in Canada, which happened last May. Yeah, basically the idea, like I said in the beginning, is for you to be able to fly to the city you want to move to, spend 3 days to 1 week there, you know, feel what it's like to walk down the street and go to the office there, or just how it's like to live there, get an experience, really get to know what you're getting yourself into. And then the best part is, you know, you actually get to meet companies in person. And then we'll also help pay $500, as I said, to cover your expenses. So think about it this way. Instead of you going by yourself and trying to meet some companies, paying for everything on your own, you know, this way you have the support of the whole VanHack team. You get connected to the companies in person, like actually get connected to them. So you have interviews booked, and you're able to get hired. And actually, I forget the actual number. I think it's about 60% of VanHackers who come to LEAP events actually get hired. So if you think about that, it's a much better success you know, ratio than any other way. You know, usually when people go on their own to kind of visit a city, say like you came here, I'm in Vancouver today, so you come to Vancouver, how are you going to meet the right company? All the companies as well, like they know how it works already. They know how to sponsor work visa, etc. So it's much more efficient process. How the actual like logistics works. So the LEAP event itself works like this. There's always a networking event on the Monday night. So the LEAP always happens on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday in the beginning of the week. And at night there's a networking event. And this networking event is really important. It's a way for you as a kind of a VanHacker to introduce yourself, present your profile, and also kind of make a presentation in front of all the companies. So imagine there's like 10, 20 companies in a room, and you say, hey, my name is, you know, Ilya, I'm a senior developer, and this is what I do. And this all helps you kind of connect with companies in a more personal way and allows you to really book more interviews than you would have had otherwise. We found that a lot of times when a company sees, you know, a potential person to join their team, they sometimes or many times like decide to interview that person after they meet them in person instead of just seeing their resume. So that's what the networking event is for on Monday night. Then on Tuesday, we have the interviews themselves. So, you know, you go to, there's always like a main location where all the companies are. We have meeting rooms set up. We'll have like a whiteboard. You can do an interview with the company, meet in person, and really understand what they're doing. And then on Wednesday, there's more interviews and also office visits. So this is a really nice way for you to actually, you know, go to the company's office, see what it's like to work there, maybe even see the future desk where you're going to sit, and understand what they're all about. They can also answer any questions that you might have, and really just help seal the deal from your side and from their side to make sure it's the right hire. Cool. I'm just going to quickly check in. Is it still working? Are you guys seeing anything? See, can't hear. Yeah, it's working okay. Cool, thanks, Scarlett. Hey, Umberto. Okay, I just want to see someone from the chat say that the screen is working. Yes, okay, great. Cool, 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 cool. Thanks, guys. Okay, so how to be selected? Well, the first way to be selected, or the most important thing, is to apply on the VanHack platform. And I think I can show you guys how to do that. If you guys go to the events page on the VanHack platform, you guys all see this. This is the admin view, by the way. This is why maybe some of you don't see all this data, but all these options on the menu. But you have this events page, or this events icon on the VanHack platform, and you can just click here and go and click apply, and then click apply here, and boom, 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 and you've applied. I just applied for VanHack Leap. Cool. So that's all you have to do, and then just close the page. We have VanHack Leaps coming up in Ottawa, in Toronto, Waterloo, Montreal. We have another one, actually two in Toronto. And then we have this one coming actually next Monday. It's too late to apply for this one. And actually it's too late to apply for Ottawa, but you can still apply for these 4 VanHack Leap events, 2 in Toronto and 1 in Waterloo and 1 in Montreal. And we're also planning more in next year or this year. So you guys can apply, just come here on the VanHack profile. Everyone here should have a VanHack profile. If you don't, create one, it's free. Apply here. And also, cool thing will happen is it'll show up in your jobs pipeline. So you actually, when you apply, you can see in your jobs pipeline, see here, I've applied for Leap Calgary. So you'll see the status and understand what's going on right here. So you can see, okay, you applied, and so what are all the next steps? And this is actually the next slide I'm going to talk about. So let me just move here to the next slide, or the slide I'm on. So Scarlett, who's here on the phone with us or on the webinar with us, will be screening your resume. So making sure you're the right fit for the company. You do have to get verified. So this is really important. You have to book your English call to be a verified VanHacker, and also do a coding test. And you can do a coding test on the VanHack platform as well, just from your VanHack profile. Click here. So you can see here, English and coding test. So I'll just quickly show you how to do that if you don't know. You go here to your VanHack profile, and then you scroll down to the bottom, and there should be an option to take a coding test here. So you can do practice challenges, and also you can do like active coding tests. So yeah, just come here and ask for a coding challenge, and you can practice them here, and then do your coding tests. So there should be a way here for you to actually select a coding challenge that you want to take. Here I can cancel this one because I'm not going to do it, and then you can select another challenge to do. You can only do one at a time. Anyway, too much detail, but yes, here you can choose all these coding challenges for the coding programming language you want to do. You select this one or whatever one you want, click get invite. So that's how you do the coding challenge. But anyway, let's get back to it. Once we've verified you, we make sure you're a good profile and you have the right fit for the companies. We'll kind of do a pre-vetting and matching, making sure you're serious. That's another thing that's really important. You have to be serious. VanHack Leap is not just a way for you to come on a vacation and kind of get to know a city. You actually have to really want to move to that city. We had, unfortunately, one time where a VanHacker kind of lied to us and said that they really want to move to a city, and then we helped them go to that city. We paid for their flights and stuff with the $500. And then they decided, like, they got a few job offers, and they decided to say no. So clearly they weren't actually interested. And so this is something that we just want to make sure, you're really committed and serious, which I know almost everyone here is, or probably everyone here is. So that's really important. Cool. There will probably be some pre-event interviews as well for you once you're selected. So you can start doing the interview process virtually and then finish the interview process in person, which is really cool, right? Because you could have maybe the first 2 interview processes with a company and they really like you, and then you just come to the city that Leap is happening in, and then boom, you meet the company. And we have had people get offers like even before Leap started, or sometimes like during the first day of Leap, they get offers, and we'll talk about some success cases and how people get really great job offers through VanHack Leap. So we also help you apply with a visitor visa. We give you a letter, for example, for Canada, if you need a visa, we'll give you a support letter and make sure that you are able to apply if you don't have your work visa or visitor visa already. And we do also have a really good preparation course. So all VanHack Leap candidates will have kind of like a mini VanHack premium for 1 to 2 months before they arrive to the city. So they're really ready to get hired, which is one of the great things about Leap is that you kind of have all this preparation, and even if you don't get hired through Leap, we had one person, for example, that didn't get hired through Leap last year, but then now she got a job in another company on her own, and she's really happy. So this kind of preparation course is another thing which is completely free that VanHack does to really get you get you ready. And then once you come to the city, our team is there. Like, we have a WhatsApp group. We're there to help you prepare. We have someone from our team there no matter what, like anytime, any emergency, we're there. Nothing's happened so far, knock on wood, but in case of anything, we're here to help you. And of course, like, if you have any tips or need any tips about the city, etc., our job is to really help you get settled, be happy, and get hired. Again, I'm just gonna quickly check in. Is it clear, working, sound fine? Again, check in, everything cool? I don't want to just keep talking for no reason. Is this cool, guys? Are you guys? Is it exciting? Like, I'm just. It's hard to know when you're talking by yourself. Cool. Okay. Yeah. Yes, Fernando. Okay. Thank you, Fernando. Thanks, everybody. All right. Cool. Let's keep going. Okay, I talked a little bit about this already, but this is a competitive process. We do have hundreds of people who apply for Leap, and we only select about 10 people at a time. Our goal is to increase that number. So for everyone to know, like, we want to get hundreds of people going through the Leap program as much as possible. Like, we probably can have, like, maybe in the future we'll have 20, 30, 40 people, 50 people coming for every Leap program. Scarlett, don't kill me. You won't be doing it by yourself. Don't worry. It's something that we want to start kind of small, get right, and make sure things happen. And I just want to point attention to this picture here. This picture is from our VanHack Leap event we had last year in Toronto and Waterloo. And a really cool thing about this picture is that 5 of the 6 of the VanHackers in this picture got job offers and are hired. And actually, I think all of them are now living in Toronto. So actually, Viviani started working on like Tuesday. So yesterday was her first day, or 2 days ago now was her first day. And also Camila here, not only did she get hired, but also her husband. So both of them got hired at the same job, the same company, working together. So both came with a job, which is really cool. And actually Sayuri is there as well, working in the same company here. And also Mayara and Amalarani are working together at the same company too. So really cool. 5 from 6 VanHackers in one picture hired, and I'm sure Laura will get hired as well in the future too. Really good. And kind of one of the wonders or benefits of VanHack is, VanHack Leap and VanHack too, is like the high success rate of Leap candidates getting hired. We really find that if you're selected for Leap, you go through the preparation course, you get ready, and then when you are in the city, meeting the person face to face, having that interaction, really be able to kind of show who you are, the chance of you getting hired are much higher. So let's talk about 2 actual really exciting success cases that happened through VanHack Leap. The first one is the Pritika. So Pritika, who I'm here in the picture with, I saw her earlier this year. It was February in Toronto, so you can see there's a lot of snow on the ground. It was pretty cold. So she got 5 offers in 3 days. It was crazy. The most offers ever for a VanHacker, 5 offers, and she accepted one of them, and now is working for one of the largest companies in Canada, one of the largest technology companies in the country. And she's living in Toronto, working there, and that's like us together after she moved there. And then another really cool success case is Bianca, who's I think just flying this weekend, like in 2 days to Toronto, and she got the highest salary ever for a VanHacker. I'm not going to say what it is, but it's a very, very good salary. And she actually got other offers at other companies, and now she's working for one of the top JavaScript consulting companies in North America. We haven't had a chance to take a picture together because she's just moving to Toronto soon. She's like the highest salary, and it was because of Leap, because she was able to come to Leap and meet the employer. She actually didn't even have an interview booked with the company, but because she was there and the company met her in person at that Monday night networking event, they really liked her, decided to interview her, and boom, got an amazing job offer. And she's moving there with her husband and 2 kids tomorrow, or like in the next few days. So pretty exciting stuff. Okay, so that's kind of all I have in terms of the presentation. I'm just going to stop sharing my screen so we can talk about it. Oh, whoops, wrong button. Okay, cool. Here we go. So yeah, I know I went through a lot of information there. I hope it was clear. If it wasn't, that's what we're here now. We have about half an hour, a little more than half an hour to go over any questions you guys have. My main takeaway from this is apply to VanHack Leap. So here is the link to do that. If you haven't already, make sure you apply. We hope to see you at the next or at future Leap events. Okay, cool. The floor is yours. Everybody, we'll happy to answer your questions. So Samuel, first question, how much is the cost for a visitor visa? It's, I think, $100. Scarlett, do you mind checking that? But I think it's $100. Hi, David. Will they move with their family as well? Yeah, so everyone, like all VanHackers, like when they get hired, they are able to move with their families. Yes, when you get a job offer, you get a visitor or a work visa for your spouse. So if your husband or your wife will be able to work, and then your kids as well get study visas. So that's how it is for any VanHack job, or like any job on VanHack platform in Canada and other countries as well, in Germany, Netherlands, etc. Diego, no, it's primarily for software engineers, so infrastructure as well. So Diego and Alexander, primarily for software developers is the most kind of in-demand skill. So that's it. What does leap mean? Claudio, that's a good question. Leap basically means, it's like to take a jump, like a leap. It's not an acronym. It literally means like the word leap, like to jump into a city. So the idea is like you get to kind of leap into the city you want to move to, test it out, see what it's like, and then hopefully get hired and be a faster way for you to get into that city. Yeah. And David, yes, we are planning another Leap Vancouver event. As you can see, all the Leap events that are on the website are just until July, but we are planning to have many more events in September, in October, November, and maybe even December. Probably nothing in August, just because August is kind of the summer and a slow time for hiring. So not many companies people are on vacation, etc. So we'll have July, and then also in September to the end of the year. Cool. After filling my profile, how many times can I test my code verification? As many times as you want, Julian. QA automated test developer. Fernando, I actually just posted a QA automated test developer job on VanHack. This is outside of Leap, but you should apply for this job. So I'm going to send you the link to do that. Or you just go to the VanHack job board. Yeah, so Alexander Polev. Yes, so the new global talent stream, so the global talent stream visa, yes, simplifies the LMAA. It makes it much easier for employers. So that's actually kind of the main reason why we're able to do these events and make it so you can you can move to Canada faster. So yeah, that's the visa that most VanHackers use to get hired. Oh, excuse me. No, Shyam, VanHack does not help non-technical candidates. Right now, we're only focused on software engineers. Julian, yes, you can apply for a job from Colombia, definitely. We had, I think, 2 or 3 VanHackers from Colombia hired already, and we're seeing just a lot of really good VanHackers there. So you should, if you're from Colombia, if you're from any country in the world, apply to VanHack jobs. We have a lot of jobs on the platform. And here's the one for QA. Just gonna pull it up. So it should load in a second, and I'll send it to you, Fernando, or you can just go to apply. Cool. Yeah, exactly. So Rafael, great question. We do have someone to help us, help you with the relocation after you're hired. So we help like from the whole process, right? From the beginning to the end, there is someone from the VanHack team helping you with every step of the way. And once you get hired, you move. We have a relocation coordinator who will help you with everything you might need. So place to live, school for your kids, hospital, anything at all. Fernando, here's a job for you. And really, this person, their job is to make sure you settle in well, you're happy, everything like that. Yeah, Igor, exactly. So you apply, and then Scarlett and her team, the Leap team, will organize it. Julian, 8 years of Java experience, amazing. Definitely great, a great profile. Average salary depends on the city you move to. I would say between $80,000 and $100,000. It could be more, it could be less, depending on the city. It probably wouldn't be less than 80,000, but 80 to maybe 120, depending on the city. Toronto and Vancouver have higher salaries, and then the rest probably a little bit lower. But the cost of living is lower in those cities as well. Gautam, I don't think we have HackerRank for RPA. Deepak, yes, we had a Leap event in Vancouver just about a month and a bit ago, in the beginning of February or the end of February. So we're going to have another one, maybe in September, Scarlett. I don't know. We can decide. So there'll be more. Keep an eye out. There'll be a lot of events happening all across the country and maybe even in Europe as well. How many challenges do you recommend? There's no real number, David. It's just get a good score. If you get a high score, over 80%, 90%, then your chances of getting selected are higher. Yes, Syed, definitely. That is recommended. Or sorry, engineering manager. It is in demand. That's what I should say. Plane tickets are included as well. So we do pay $500 depending on where you're from. Of course, that won't cover the full cost. The reason why we don't pay for everything is because we don't want to encourage people to kind of take this as a vacation. So if you Syed, I did answer your question. I said there is experience, Syed, for your position. So I'm not skipping your question then. Application date, I think that might be a typo or kind of a mistake. So yeah, just apply for all the Leap events. Don't worry about the application date. Yeah. Cool. Umberto, no, the Berlin recruiting mission it's kind of the same as the Leap event, but actually it's a little bit different because for the Leap event, usually it's companies from that city, but in the Berlin event, there will be companies from across Europe as well as Canada. So it won't be just like companies from Berlin. So we're yeah. So but it still apply if you want to go to that event. It's not necessarily means that you will be having jobs in Berlin. So it's a little bit confusing, I know, but yeah. What's the ratio of getting visitor visa? Almost everyone, I think, has gotten visitor visas. We just had one issue recently, but mostly everyone gets it. Service administrators and Linux DevOps. Yeah, definitely. I mean, if you're in doubt, just apply. And like, if there's a job for you, like we're always looking for new companies and more jobs. And sometimes we have jobs, sometimes we have only a specific roles, and other times we have, many different roles. So you never know, but apply and we'll see. Guys, I think I have to change rooms, so I'm just gonna go on mute. Scarlett, if you can answer some questions, I'm gonna go and change rooms and we'll talk soon.
Okay, so I'm going with a question here. Okay, Shara, how much time it takes to know that a person was or wasn't selected to the Leap? Well, actually, there's not like a specific time. We posted these jobs on February, I think. So, we started to work on the selection process for each city as soon as we finish the current one. For example, next Monday we'll start Calgary. So right now we're working in Ottawa. And as soon as we finish the Ottawa selection process, that actually it just ended, we're going to start to work on Toronto. All right, so this is how it works, because we need to focus our attention a little bit more in the one that it's currently happening and in the one that will happen in the next days to go with the next one. We're trying to do it like simultaneously, but sometimes it's hard. And but yeah, I mean, we're trying to move as fast as possible. But this is how pretty much how we work. Okay, another question. Okay, can we see what are the positions available for a particular LEAP event? Unfortunately, not. This is something that, because while we're doing the screening call process and the selection process, our sales team is also working on getting all the companies and all the openings available for the event. So we pretty much ended like the selection process with the sales team selection process of the companies. So this is like, this information will be available for the selected candidates. And yeah, because of that. So yeah. Let's see, another question. Any short work job for anybody attend to be hired? Well, as Ilya mentioned before, we have a hiring rate of, I think, like 70%, right? Between 70 to 85%. So, I mean, yeah, our preparation training course and classes are like really, really good. So that's why we're pretty sure that anyone that goes there can be hired. Let's see what English level is better for application, advanced and fluent. However, I always give a chance for intermediate, okay? Because if your experience is good and it's what their companies are looking for and you got a good score, so I would like to give a chance for intermediate as well. Do we need to make screening calls for all LEAP events, or you can consider the last one? It depends. It depends. Sometimes there's some missing information, or maybe we just want to make sure that we have your updated resume or something. So yeah, sometimes I prefer to do it again. Maybe it's like quicker than the first one that we had, but yeah. Do we have a place to stay there, or it is on us? Yeah, it's on the candidates. We always, well, me, for example, in the first call that I have with you, I try to give you all the information about it, but I also ask you like to be aware that you need to book the tickets and accommodation by yourself. VanHack will support you through all this process. We can give you tips or suggestions for you to book, for example, the accommodations and all that. So we try to provide the address of the event like with enough time in advance so you can book a place nearby. Did you already choose people for Ottawa LEAP? Actually, the results are going to be today. I mean, we're going to have the results between today, like in the next hour, and tomorrow morning.
Just quickly here, Renato, yes, there are telecom companies, and if you want to work for a telecom company, please actually send me your resume. We have some jobs that might not be on the platform, but potentially we could be interesting. So my email is ilya@vanhack.com. And because you took some time to hang out with us in the webinar, send me your resume, and I'll kind of see if it potentially could be a good fit. Scarlett, you're doing a great job. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Well, Miguel is asking a very common question that I received from most of our candidates about Montreal, because I always have, if you have like a, if you prefer a city, I mean, that I know that you're interested in Canada, but I would like to know if there's a city that you prefer. So most of you said that English-speaking cities are not Montreal, but actually the good thing is that most of our partners there in Montreal, French is not actually like a must or a requirement. English is good enough, okay? So, and this is also for regular process. If you don't see this requirement in the job post or something like French speaking or French language is a requirement, please apply, okay? Because, yeah, they are pretty much open to bring people from abroad and professionals, specifically from the IT field. So, so yeah, you can apply. No worries about the French. And maybe this is a good thing because you're going to learn a new language. So.
Yeah, just echoing that, the companies in Montreal and like life in Montreal is totally possible if you don't speak French. Of course, it's nice, and you'll probably learn a little bit when you're there. But you know, you don't need French in Montreal. There's many people that speak English there. Also, Horatio, no, you do not need to go to Leap to get a job offer. Leap is just one thing we do to help get more VanHackers hired, but we have many VanHackers who get hired. We had one today, for example, who is getting a job offer, but they didn't go to Leap. So it's just one way for you to get hired. Scar?
No, okay, so about the motion graphics, sorry about that. No, for now, I mean, not that I know motion graphics job, Ilya. I haven't heard about that.
Yeah, I think we might have one company. Let me just check here. Just check, because they might. So they want someone who's an animator who can work with keyframing. Is that something? I'm not sure if that's something that you work with, but like an animator, so user control animation and for a gaming company. Is that something that you work with? I'm not sure.
Okay, let me see here. Okay, DBAs, you have success cases. Not yet, but I think that we can get one very soon. Actually, for Toronto, we're getting data engineers opportunities. This is the first time. I'm very excited because I can consider new candidates. And yeah, if you have this data, if you are a data engineer, please apply to Leap Toronto because we might have some good opportunities there. And Python, I mean, yeah, right now I think that for Toronto, we might have. So, but yeah, apply, please.
Henry, yes, Java is definitely required. Many companies are hiring for Java. Cool.
Okay, and well, as Ilya said, guys, and that about the information that he showed, like what do you need to do in order to get selected? Yeah, please complete all the steps because for me, I mean, when I'm doing like the first filter or the first screening, I check first the candidates who have all these steps completed. So maybe check your profile, see if there's something missing there because this is why I haven't contacted you yet. All right. So yeah, that's very important.
Yeah, and I see a lot of people asking about specific skills like Juliana and Thiago. They're always changing. So every Leap event, we have different companies in different cities. So there's always a new skill or new job required. Some are more common than others, but iOS.NET, very common. So yeah, definitely apply. And you never know. You have nothing to lose. Just literally click a button and take a coding test. You have to do that like any way to get your English verified. Does everyone here have their English verified? If you don't, go to this link right now and book your English verification call as soon as possible. So yeah, let me just.
Yeah. And Lucas, on average, I would say more than 3 years of experience.
Okay, I can't find it now. Okay, I think if you guys go to your VanHack profiles, can you bring your wife? Yeah, you can. You can definitely bring your wife. JavaScript for sure. Yeah, Raul, a lot of JavaScript jobs. Louise, if it's astronaut, lots of DevOps. Yeah, Share. Leap is like the recruiting mission. You'll go there with interviews, hopefully more than one. Samuel, total cost, that really depends on you. I'm just gonna make this. It depends on you, the cost, where you're flying from, how long you want to stay in the city, how early you book your flights. I would say probably costs around maybe $1,500 to $2,000, depending on, you know, if you stay at a more expensive place. A lot of VanHackers stay like in a hostel, or they share Airbnb, so make it cheaper. But maybe around $1,500. Plus, you get the $500 from VanHack, so it's about $1,000. The idea is that instead of coming to Canada to understand the city by yourself, like you just do this with us, and you have a much higher chance of getting hired. Age is not an issue, Alex. It's actually better. The more senior you are, the better. So you should definitely apply, Alex. You have a great profile.
Yeah. And Shara, oh, I think that Ilya already answered that, right? About if they already go with an interview or.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So make sure, guys. One thing is really, really important. You have to get your English verified, no matter what. If you come to Leap, you don't come to Leap. If you want to apply to a job on VanHack, you have to verify your English, even if you're from a country that speaks English natively, like India or Nigeria, because we need to know how well you speak English. And this really helps us understand, because some companies don't care about English. They say, sure, as long as they have okay English and they can code really well. Other companies are looking for consultants who can go talk to clients, and so they want really fluent English speakers. So make sure you have booked your English verification call. I shared the link right now. Book your English verification call. It's really important. Cool. Okay, any other questions, guys? Was this clear? Is everyone here going to apply to Leap? Tell your friends. Okay. Well, if no one else have any questions, we'll finish here. I just wanted to share with you. Okay, here we go. Horacio. Don't consider ourselves a SQL specialist, maybe the engineer. Yeah, so Horatio, just take the test that you think is closer to it, and then we'll see your VanHack profile and that determine if that's a fit for the job that we have in the city. Cool. Okay, well, if you guys have any other questions, you can email contact@vanhack.com. So this is our kind of generic email. You can find Scarlett at VanHack Scarlett in Slack. Hopefully it doesn't get too many messages. I'm also VanHack Ilya. You probably know that. And yeah, thanks so much for spending some time. Hopefully this was helpful, and we'll see you all at Leap. Cool.
Thank you, guys.